I'm Isis Romero, and this is the news in San Antonio. Within hours of the Guadalupe River overflowing on July 4th, first responders went into action. As Jeremy Baker reports, the medical need quickly rose from a local response to a statewide call for help.
First responders had their work cut out for them from the very beginning, and what they dealt with then and to this very day continues to change.
Injuries from the flood itself, but just traumatic from trees and branches and debris.
Those are the injuries that Dr. Emily Kidd says first responders dealt with at the onset of the disaster. Now, many of the injuries are to those who are helping search and clean up.
People having heart attacks who are out there trying to clean up. The heat emergencies we've seen really more in the last few days.
When local entities become overwhelmed, that's where the Texas Emergency Medical Task Force is called upon. Dr. Kidd serves as their medical director. The task force is a partnership among EMS agencies across the Lone Star State.
Supporting our first responders, supporting our search and rescue teams, supporting police and law enforcement, but they're also supporting the community.
Each regional task force includes ambulance strike teams, up to 4 ambulance buses, a mobile medical unit, registered nurse strike teams, air medical strike teams, and even an infectious disease response unit.
Right now we have 61 ambulances that are deployed across the area, in Kerrville, but also in the other affected areas that are helping provide care.
A comparable event for the task force was Hurricane Harvey, where they deployed 500 medical providers, set up 4 mobile hospital sites, treated over 1,800 patients in a mobile medical unit, and evacuated over 3,200 people. And with this tragedy still ongoing, the numbers in the Hill Country are still rising. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
The San Antonio Police Officers Association is joining the thousands of first responders in Kerr County. Not only are they helping with search efforts, they're also feeding first responders and residents. Reporter Simone Simpson spoke with the president of SAPOA to learn more.
Entrances to Hunt are blocked off with signs like this as recovery efforts continue. Restrictions are in place for the public, but not for first responders. The San Antonio Police Officers Association is in Hunt today to deliver supplies and more.
The residents of the Hill Country, it's not one worse than the other. All these people are hurting.
President of SAPOA, Danny Diaz, says at least 20 off-duty officers and retirees have stepped up to help daily.
It's disheartening, and there's no way of explaining the damage that's been done out here. We are working closely with Kerr County Sheriffs and DPS in the search efforts.
The gravity of their efforts has taken an emotional toll.
If we come across bodies, individuals that are missing, we have searched quite a bit. It's a big task for a lot of people.
SAPOA, the nonprofit Blue Cares, and CLEAT have raised $25,000 to provide relief and not only providing supplies into Hunt, but also food. SAPOA has set up barbecue pits to serve warm meals that will warm hearts.
Anything we can do just to hopefully get some closure for these families.
Diaz's message for first responders as they protect and serve.
I know you're tired. It's been a task, but we'll get to the end. So thank you very much.
The San Antonio Police Officers Association will remain in Hunt until Sunday. Reporting from outside Hunt, Simone Simpson, KENS 5.
Swimming and boating is still not allowed on the Guadalupe River in Kerr County. That was the reminder today from the Upper Guadalupe River Authority. They posted the advisory on Facebook telling people to avoid being near or in waterways in the county because of debris, fast-moving currents, and poor water quality. They also say emergency operations are still ongoing. Volunteers who are helping in the recovery effort may need to roll their sleeves up for a vaccine. The United Cajun Navy is reporting some volunteers are needing medical treatment after getting infected in the water or by debris. Earl Stoudemire explains how volunteers can prepare.
Helping in the debris can come with hidden dangers. Take a look at this pile right behind me. There's pipes, broken glass, chunks of metal. A cut from any of this can easily get you infected.
I know it sounds maybe extreme, but because of the situations out here and what we're dealing with, the nature of what we're dealing with, you've got to come vaccinated.
Tetanus can cause muscle stiffness, painful muscle spasms, and a hard time eating, breathing, and drinking. In severe cases, it can lead to seizures. United Cajun Navy Commander Kevin LaFawn says volunteers should also get vaccinated for hepatitis.
Standing water, water in quarries nearby with vehicles that were pushed into those quarry ponds. These are holding diesel fuel, these are holding chemicals from the quarry, they're holding stagnant, potentially contaminated decomposition remains in that water.
On average, LaFawn says they provide 150 to 300 vaccines a day. And for anyone cut or jumping in dirty water.
So we've got decontamination showers here that use real high pressure water. They're specially designed to clean and strip that away from the skin with special soaps.
Volunteers also need to be mindful of parasites. If you're coming to help, LaFawn says it's best to bring your medical equipment.
You want to be self-sufficient if you're out in the field. Lots of changes of socks. If you're going into this water or around the water, sometimes we're changing our socks 3-4 times a day. Waterproof boots, very important. Hip waders if you're going into the water.
LaFawn says the United Cajun Navy has doctors and nurses on standby for anyone needing vaccines, and other vaccine clinics are popping up at other volunteer fire departments and volunteer registration sites. In Center Point, Earl Stoudemire, KENS 5.
As search and recovery efforts continue, one Kerrville man is doing his part to keep first responders efficient. He's sharpening chainsaw blades for free. As reporter Zach Briggs shows us, his quiet support is making a real difference during this tragic time.
I started sharpening when I was a kid.
Bob Cordes' love for refining blades sparked in Chicago.
I was 10 years old. My grandfather was a barber. He asked me if I wanted to sharpen his razors.
Now 81 years old, Cordes in Kerrville is working out of Gibson's Discount Center, immersed in a humanitarian mission.
We really feel like we're in this together.
After a tragedy struck the hill country.
But some very good friends that have lost everything.
Precision and speed.
We just move them as quick as we can.
Cordes sharpening hundreds of chainsaw blades at no cost for first responders and volunteer search teams.
The first week, about the first 5 days, we did over 300 chains.
And once help arrives in the coming days, he anticipates that number will grow to 500 to 600 chains a week. Cordes knows how crucial it is for crews to have the right tools in tip-top condition.
It adds so much more efficiency so they're not fighting cutting wood up or cutting the trees. It just makes their job much easier.
And while not in the trenches himself, wielding a chainsaw alongside the army of personnel.
We'll be doing this as long as people need chainsaws.
Bob Cordes is helping his community stay sharp for months to come.
I'm just an old guy, and I can't get out there and do that, but I can do something else to make it more efficient. And it's kind of a way to say, never give up.
Zach Briggs, KENS 5.
And that's the news in San Antonio.